feel it in the air? It almost feels like it's getting colder. Getting like winter. And the thing about winter, it's October, so I guess technically it's autumn, it's fall. But where I come from, we really only have 2 seasons. We have summer and we have winter. It's either really hot or really cold. And I say really hot, but you know, a Floridian's gonna say, "Oh, Primus, you think that's hot? Here's my melted roof." Say it gets really cold, well, first some Northerners are gonna look at you like, "Oh, oi, listen here, see? You think you know what cold is, see?" That's how everyone from the North talks. Let me tell you. And he's like, okay. You'll say, it gets pretty cold for the South. Then the Virginians are going to come in with their banjos. "Oh, you think you've seen cold? I say..." That's not how a Virginian sounds. I think we've all learned through Katawa Shoujo that I cannot do accents. Let's make that very clear. But the point is, in our spring and fall are like a week. Like, it really doesn't count. We have a summer and we have a winter. That's it. Primus, objectively, the October and November months are part of what make fall or autumn. Shut up. But what I love about winter is jackets and coats. I'm not really much of a fashion person, but I love jackets and coats. Like here, like you see me with a trench coat, with this coat, or it's an army jacket. I guess it's a jacket. I'm sorry if you're one of those people like, "Oh, Primus, that's not a coat, it's a jacket." Notice how I tend to like clothing and fashion that's more based on military stuff. And I'm not talking about like some BDU type crap. I'm talking about like actual, like long live the Fuhrer type clothing. I like that type of clothing. I like really militaristic clothing. You could call me the fashion fascist. Don't call me that. You know, I feel military clothing has a little but that's why I'm in this jacket. What was I talking about? Oh! We've been on YouTube for 2 years now. Now, technically, we haven't at all. We have not been on YouTube for 2 years. We've been on here for much longer. There was when the channel was made. Let me put the dates. When the channel was made, when my first video came out, when my first public video came out, because I privated all the previous stuff, and then when the current stage of the Primus Prime 22 channel began. I consider this really my starting date for YouTube. When the channel began, I didn't do anything, I just commented. Who does that? Who comments? I uploaded some stop motions for a while, like back in a long time ago, but then I privated those. For like a few months, in 2014, I uploaded some game stuff. Those are still up, but I stopped because who would even bother? But I didn't really start doing this big league, seriously, since we started October 25th, 2015. And hopefully, this comes up October 25th, 2017, so there. Now, I didn't have the foresight to know, I want to do retrospective videos. I want to be able to look back on my time on YouTube. Which, let's face it, I'm a sentimental person. I like looking back at the past. I'm a history and education major. I'm going to be a high school history teacher. I better value the past in some way, shape, or form. And just as such, I care about my own past. And so, I'm just going to talk about some old stuff, about what we've done on this channel in the 2 years we've really been here. We started from 11 subscribers to where we are now. Apparently, I accumulated 11 out of people that were like my family members, and people said, "Hey, this crappy stop motion, I want to see more of that." If there's a single person subscribed here for those old stop motions, I am so sorry. You are never getting those again. But because I didn't have the foresight to do it in the past, we're going to have to take a look at 2 years worth of Primus Prime 22 content and just reflect on that. So I've broken this down to 3 segments, 2015, 2016, and 2017. And yeah, let's take a look at this. There is going to be also a sort of, year in review type video coming up in December, ideally December 31st. And that's going to be Primus Picks. And while this video is devoted to looking at the back of my past, checking out what's going on, Primus Picks is sort of going to be the Academy Awards of the whole koala community we've assembled around here. So yeah. Now let me just get this started because I've been rambling for a while. I feel bad for me in the future editing this. 2015, that's when we began our little journey in October. We started off with some games. We did Katawa Shoujo. Yeah, we started that game series 2 years ago. I was hoping we'd be finished by the time I put out this 2-year review. It's not. We are very close to finishing, though, so that's good. Facade, that was an interesting little journey. Pokemon Fire Red. I don't know if I've ever said this before, but if anyone's still here waiting for some Pokemon Fire Red, the save file corrupted, so no more Pokemon Fire Red. I apologize. I know there's you die-hard core fan base for Let's Play Pokemon Fire Red. Skyrim? I'm not going to say too much about Skyrim. IDW Transformers Readathon every year, or at least used to every year, I would go through and read everything in the IDW universe. From beginning to end. I called it my Readathon. In the past, it took around 1 month. But, I can't do that anymore. And of course, that series didn't go all the way through, now did it? We did Fairy Fencer F, the one game that ended with me rage quitting. We started the Mountain Blade Warband videos with Scarface. Yeah, I like those, actually. Liked them enough that we returned to it in 2017. We did the Which Transformer Are You quiz, the Shia LaBeouf Meme Master dating sim video. That was a quest and a half right there. We started Europa Universalis 3 Castile. That was sort of a throwback to like the earlier age of Primus Prime 22, the second era of Primus Prime 22, because I played Europa Universalis there as Lithuania and failed. And in Castile, I failed. So, history repeats, I guess. My first rant video. DC Comics continuity impossible? Question mark? Yeah, that was really the foundation of these sort of type of videos where I just talk to the camera about stuff. By the way, continuity fixed itself. We're all good. That always happens with my continuity rants. It's relevant when I make the rant, and then later on it's gonna get fixed, so now the video just looks dated. And then on December 7th, 2015, I announced I was joining a little group project called Lazy Corollas. Link in the description to see the entire backlog of Lazy Koala videos. I was there for a while, and then I left, and then I came back. So, sort of like Jesus in that regard. But yeah, it was from Lazy Koalas that we gathered, Ultrax Infinity, The Laze Boy, Twisted Ambition. I'm sorry, who? Who? What did I just say? Twisted Ambition? What sort of name is that? I don't remember hearing that name. Does he make videos? I don't think he does. And that same little rant there can be applied to Dreadcore and Miradew Samurai and even Nightclub. But yeah, those were fun times. I think that was the first time I was really having fun on YouTube. We did the Esperanto Lives video where I encouraged you guys to learn Esperanto. Did any of you guys do that? And then on December 21st, Transformers Lore Episode 1 came out, and that was the only Transformers Lore video that came out. Throughout most of 2015, I was trying to get editing software, because I mentioned in my very first video of this new era of Primus Prime 22 that I was thinking, maybe I'll do Transformers Lore, but I was really waiting to get the video editing software. And then I got it, Sony Vegas Pro 12. A bit outdated, but it does what I want it to do, so that's fine. Now, I think it's important to know what sort of mindset I was in when I started Transformers Lore. Let's be clear here. I've never liked the Transformers fandom. Now, if you're a Transformers fan, don't take that as me calling out personally you there sitting behind the screen. I hate you. That's not what I'm saying. It's just fandom as a whole I really don't like. What I didn't expect, which I really should have expected in hindsight, was for Transformers Lore to bring in the Transformers fandom to the channel. And since a young age, I avoided the Transformers fandom like a plague. And then the Transformers fandom came, but they weren't exactly really strong in 2015, so I'll talk more about that later. But I was sort of I had just came back from TFCon 2015. I'm like, you know what? I want to give to the community. And I had spent so much time away from the community that I forgot what the community was like. So yeah. Transformers Lore started. Okay. 2015 in review. We started at 11 subscribers and moved up to 20. We had a net gain of 9 subscribers in 2015. Any of you from 2015 still here? 9. And I joined Lazy Koalas so a lot of those guys are going to be Lazy Koalas. So we virtually gained nobody in 2015. But shout out to you guys who've been sticking around since 2015. You guys are pretty swag-tacular, if you ask me. We move on to 2016, and that's when the Civilization 5 Let's Play started with Gray. Then we did War for Cybertron. I uploaded that little meme video of Transformers Needs to Stop. I like making little meme videos like that. If you guys want to see me do more sort of quality, lazy quality content, what I hope happens in Titan's Return. If you guys want to see any more short little meme videos. Now, I say meme videos. What I really mean is that other word. That I try not to cuss on this channel, so I won't say it, but you know the word. Let me guys know if you want to see more of those, because I kind of want to make more of those. February 14th, Valentine's Day, we had our very first stream. It was a Katawa Shoujo Valentine's special. Because if I didn't stream Katawa Shoujo sometimes, we'd be on this game until 2018. But that was the very first stream. Sam Put the Cube in My Chest Now came out shortly afterwards. If you haven't seen that video, that's cool. Never watch it. Quality Lazy Koala's content came out afterwards, and all this while Transformers lore is continuing. We start out at a very slow pace until, well, you'll see. Which type of Dead am I? The Primus Prime Time, which is sort of the progenitor of our modern streams, began. Sort of like it started off as like a talk show, but it was actually edited. And then we streamed it, and then we never went back. And then we never called it Primus Primetime again, so thank God we got rid of that abomination. Getting to know a Transformers fan, my first channel trailer, the reaction video to Makura no Danshi, that scarred me for life. The first Cards Against Humanity series with Scarface, Gray, Disbrony Games. My thoughts on Transformers The Last Night's announcement. I tried to do MS Paint history. That video took a lot more effort to make than you'd think it would, because it's literally just stick figures made in MS Paint. My thoughts on the IDW Revolution, I hated it when I first... And this isn't the storyline, this is the concept of a shared universe in the IDW comics. At first, I hated it, but we're gonna see how that changed later on down the line. The first song, When She Found Out I Was a Nerd, that's a classic. June 12th. This is about the time where so many of the Transformer fandom was coming in. They were hating on sort of the game videos that were coming out. So I just decided to make a second channel, you know. Did something fall? I hope not. I was sort of like run out of my own channel. Said, okay, I'll make the second channel. Here's Primus Prime, and that's where I'll put game stuff and music videos. I'm considering bringing those videos back over to the channel, to this channel, because I like those videos. And I don't think anyone's going to touch Primus Prime again. I'm going to let that channel just grow cobwebs on it. I'm trying to condense it back to one channel again. And we'll see why. But yeah, really it was around this time that the Transformers fandom was really coming in waves. And I was reminded why I didn't like the Transformers fandom. There was a time around the time when I was around 1,000 subscribers where the community just got so toxic that I just wanted to quit. And I came very, very close to quitting. But sort of a few days before I intended to quit, I started to get some actually good comments. Comments from people coming in that weren't just insane. So I'm like, alright, fine, I'll stick around for a little longer, see if anything gets as bad as that time again. And thankfully our community hasn't gotten that bad ever again. Let's hope it never does. The IDW continuity rant, everything was fixed in the comics. So there's another continuity rant that's dated now. Actually, I think that might be a privated video. I'm not sure. We started Transformers lore fast to get people caught up with Revolution. There's another little meme video, What I Hope Happens in Titan's Return. That video, it was just a little joke video. And at the time, you see a lot more likes on it now than it did when it first came out. When it first came out, those dislikes fired. I think there's only 3 now. But back in those days, 3 with 1 or 0 likes. That was kind of, oh, okay. You guys just don't like fun. Oh god, that's a creepy spider on my window. If I die tonight, tell Ultrox, he was a good man. But yeah, I always like to have fun on this channel. And whenever I do anything a little fun, oh, let's do this little silly thing, when I got that much... It doesn't seem much in retrospect if you go look at it now, but it was not well received. I'm like, really? Really? But let's carry on. We did a Q&A. our first Q&A, the Universes of Continuity video, the Primus Prime 22 discourse, that's when that's sort of when the community started to slowly improve. And I was actually going to go in there and make fun of like terrible comments, but then I really could only find good comments that came out recently. Although you do see me fight with a couple idiots in that video, so there's that. I actually kind of like that video. The Transformers trivia game, where apparently Hasbro doesn't even know the trivia of their own franchise. We opened up the Oracle 2, the private Transformers multiverse wiki. Transformers More Lore opened up. I'm thinking of maybe starting up More Lore again, but I'm not sure. More Lore still gets me a lot of views and a lot of comments today. I don't know why. Like, some of the More Lore videos they're some of the most popular videos on the channel. Why? Maybe it's the engagement because there's all the comments? Does that really make a difference in the algorithm? Because if it does, well... And then another meme video when the new Machinima Transformers series were announced. So in review, 2016, we went from 20 subscribers to 2,360 subscribers with a net gain of 2,340 subscribers. How many of you guys came up in 2016? Welcome to the party. Now we move on to looking back at this year in review, from January 1st until today. Actually, technically until we're recording this, which is like October 19th, I think. 2017, I toyed around. At 2017, we were so much of a Transformers fan base community that I thought, well, I guess I'm a Transformers YouTube channel now. Never really considered myself that in the past, and was never really something I wanted to be. But since that's the only thing that grew on the channel, well, guess we're a Transformers channel now. So I tried to experiment with the little things like the news roundup, that we did round up for the news once. Transformers Lore 101, which I thought episode 1 was so good that I didn't think anything I could do later on in that series would top it, so I just stopped, like, alright, that's fine, we're fine with episode 1, we don't need to go further. I unveiled Prime Theory, talking about how sort of the historiographical philosophy that goes behind Transformers lore, the series Transformers lore. Continued to mess around with Transformers stuff, like what if the arc crash was fatal? I don't know what that was. Sorry. That's when we really began doing our usual live streams. That's when we were talking about how Transformers continuity was changing, more Q&As, that video about Matt Tracker being black and everyone going crazy about it. We started to do more editorial stuff like that on the regular, which I like. And we sort of evolved to go beyond just Transformers topics like this video, like the Yahoo God video. I like that video. You know, we're expanding our horizons. But yeah. July 28th, looking for your input. That was the video where I was at my breaking point because I really don't want to be a Transformers YouTuber. I like Transformers, don't get me wrong. In fact, I think out of any franchise, out of any topic, I might like Transformers the most out of everything. But I have so much more interest, so much more to my personality than just knowing a lot of Transformers stuff, that what I was doing was not what I wanted to be doing. And so I asked you guys, looking for your input, what would the response be? Sort of testing the waters if I sort of went back to really how Primus Prime 22 used to be run, and how I wanted it to be run. And surprisingly, this is surprising because like over on the second channel I did a video of Lays, and that got, sort of like the Times Return video, that got bombarded with dislikes, like 3 dislikes, at its early release. It did not have a good reception. Ultrox even parodies the reception with a comment in there that I thought was pretty reflective of how my fan base looked at the time. But the reception to the Looking for Your Input video was very much a pretty positive video. You guys were very welcoming. You guys said, you know, do what you want, it's your channel, which we're going to talk about how that was. Some of you, it's your channel, do what you want, isn't actually, I get that your heart's in the right place, but that's not really a good piece of advice. We'll talk about that on another day. But a lot of you are like, it's okay, we'll watch you. And that was really humbling. That was when I was really proud of this fanpage. There are 2 times that I'm really proud of you, and I'm glad you guys subscribed, I'm glad you guys are watching, that means a lot to me. But 2 standout moments was that video, where everyone sort of said, it's okay, Primus. That's really what I wanted to hear. It's okay. It's okay to do. It's okay to run this channel the way you wanted to run it, you know, and be happy. The second time is the I'm done with IDW video, where we had overwhelming support. And that was sort of me in the face of IDW. And even though that video, its purpose was misunderstood heavily, I think the people who actually understood what that video was supposed to be about, how it was more of an update video than anything, the people who understood that is in the minority. We still had a lot of support. Those two moments are like, man, I'm really proud of you guys. You guys, thank you. But after looking for your input, we had the first Primus From 22 Moments video, and then just after that, on July 31st, Gun-Wielding Jesus, as games made their shocking return. Not shocking, games came back, sort of like Jesus in that regard. This is around, I think I was back into Laser Koalas at this point as well. Things were looking up. This is sort of where we are today. Sort of that little build-up where I started to go back to what I used to be doing on YouTube, and while I was before Laser Koalas died. That little segment of time is the happiest I've ever been on YouTube. More editorials continued to become more regular, like you guys met Loki. Katawa Shoujo made its return. A Let's Play should not last 2 years. Let me be very clear on that. If anyone's looking at me as an example, no. Do not have a Let's Play series last 2 years. Jesus! That series is going to be wrapped up very soon, I assure you. We did the Re-Revolution video, because at this point I was like, I liked the IDW Revolution, the shared universe, so I sort of did a reaction to my video talking crap about it, and said, ha ha ha, this is bad. We did the John Cena dating sim, we started the mini Transformers lore series. A lot of you guys seem to think those are supposed to be standalone videos, but as I explained, I want to make a video to replace the 3 original Transformers lore videos, but I can never seem to do it in one sitting, so I thought may as well break it up into pieces. These videos are fragments of what's going to be a larger video. Then we had the whole I'm done with IDW video. You guys came out and a lot, you guys gave a lot of support in that. It wasn't, I think out of every video I've ever made, that video was the most misunderstood, but people thinking that I wanted Citizen fired, that's not what I wanted. People thinking it's, oh, SJWs are ruined comics, the Jews! I wasn't saying that. I was saying that I did not like this individual writer, I did not want to give my money to him, and I did not want to support that book. So I would not be buying it, I would not be reading it. Because I'm a completionist, I read everything, I didn't want to read things without the context, so I'll just pull back for now. And I don't want him fired. There's a natural cycle of writers on comics, so one person won't be writing a book forever, and they'll be out of the system eventually. Simon Furman's not still in the IDW universe, Mike Costa's still not writing in the IDW universe. They'll be out in a natural way, and then I'll come back. I don't think you should try to get someone fired because they offended you. That's no. The video was an update video explaining that I know you guys know I've been doing IDW stuff. I'm going to pull back on that, and these are this is why. Before, I would just do it quietly because I didn't have an audience. I didn't rally anyone to that cause. I didn't say, you guys should do it, and if you're not doing it, you're a bad person. No. Do what you want. Do what you do. You do you, bro. And then we had the Yahoo Answer God come out recently. I really like that video. But that's sort of where we've come to today. So far for 2017, we started around 2,370 subscribers, and as of today, as I last checked, we're at 5,789 subscribers, with so far a net gain of 3,419 subscribers. How many of you are from my 2017 crew? Hashtag 27T. 27T. Hashtag 27T crew. Now I will say this isn't technically my happiest time on YouTube, because my happiest time would have to be with my friends, you know, on the Laser Koalas, and we really aren't doing too much there. But besides that, it's been a great time all around here at Primus From 22. So, thank you guys. 2017 have been the best year of Primus From 22 so far. Yeah. But thank you guys so much. I have no idea how much battery charge is left on that camera. Thank you guys so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you guys again in 2018 as well. I think 2017 is when we did hashtag make Primus Prime 22 Primus Prime 22 again. We reclaimed the name. And you know what? You guys have been very supportive. Thank you guys so much. Primus Plays has never done this well before. Thank you. Okay, this has been like an hour-long video of me saying thank you over and over, but let me just cut it off because you don't want to see me be all Secretary Suzzy and say, oh, thank you, but yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you like, if you are new, to join us to become part of the hashtag 2018 squad. And yeah, check out the social media links in the description, and have a good day, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, another few moments I forgot. We got a Twitter, we got a Discord, we got a Reddit, we got a Facebook. We stopped using Facebook. We had 3 profile pictures. First was the Escalation Optimus Prime from Transformers Escalation. Next was me trying to develop my own avatar character. And then Twisted Ambition got so angry looking at that he made this. In the 2 years, I've used 2 webcams, 3 microphones, and then an extra camera over here. Just under 300 videos, I think. Yeah, I think that's all. Yeah.